the central energy, we've got the Star. Hope, healing, rejuvenation, a spiritual fortune, energy, high energy, lots of love inside, lots of light inside. Challenge bag. I don't know. I think it landed like this, so it's actually, I think it's in the reverse. Somebody is challenged because the Wheel of Fortune is in reverse. Cycles have been broken. Cycles have been broken. Somebody's going through bad luck. Not the Star necessarily. Let's continue to clarify. In the subconscious. In the subconscious, you've got the Knight of Pentacles. Hard work. The Star has been doing hard work, hard, responsible, routine, slow and steady work. In the recent past, there's been a Three of Swords in the upright, a divorce, a letting go of disloyalty and betrayal. And because you did that, Star, whoever they are, they're having bad luck. They're resistant to change. The cycles that they have been in are over. They're going now into a negative phase. You've worked very hard. You're cutting out disloyalty. You're cutting out betrayal. Intentions and expectations. Yeah, the Fool. You're moving into a new beginning. One that you can have faith in. One that you can trust. You're going to have firsts. A lot of firsts. You remember being young and doing this or that for the first time and how exciting it was? It's what you're coming into. In the near future. Yeah, you got the World. It's a completion of a cycle. An accomplishment. It's time to celebrate. The lens is being lit through. Is the King of Wands. Natural leader, overcoming challenges, passionate. He could be victorious in whatever it is he's done or doing in the environment. environment, you got 9 of Cups, a wish come true. Emotional stability. A lot to be grateful for. Gratitude. Hopes and fears. Seven of Wands in the upright. You persevered through this challenge. You held your own. You maintained control. You stood up for yourself. You are an earth angel, bringing balance and harmony and a sense of sensibility and purpose to this situation. You're cutting this out. In the outcome, Empress. Please do what you need to do with the genders to make the storyline work for you. I'm just using the gender on the card for ease and flow of storytelling, okay? In the outcome, we've got the Empress here. Star, Empress, Temperance, King of Wands, and the Ace of Wands. A new project, a new contract, a reunion. Collective energy, please, Spirit, collective energy. Star, wholesome. So you're shining bright. You're like so bright. You're just shining all bright all over the place, and everybody's like bling. You're like bling bling. You're like that walking diamond. And when the sun is, you're like that crystal, that quartz crystal, you know, and you carry the power of the sun in you. And it's like, and then when the outside sun hits you, it's like everything's like, oh, and everybody's like, oh my gosh, look at that shine. But you're wholesome. You're like, what are you looking at? You know, and I don't know, I guess that seems to be like the effect you have on people. You may not even be aware of the effect you're having on. You're just all here having a good time, loving life, and then before you know it, you're like looking over here like, whoa, what's happening? You know, you're sensing. Once you place your focus here or there, all of a sudden you're sensing what you've been missing because you've been too focused on being happy. Woo, my goodness. So, Star, you are their spiritual fortune. You're wholesome. You're not prideful. You're humble. You're humble. And somebody's challenged here because they've been disconnected. And this cycle is over. There's a breaking of this cycle, the wheel in reverse. They're entering a negative phase. They've been disconnected. Or they will be, or it's about to be, or it's going to disappear. Whatever this phase was, it's going to disappear. I don't know exactly, because I do believe the word they used was disappear. I mentioned it on another video earlier today. I don't think they said fade away. I think it was a singular word, and I think it was disappear. Anyhow, there's a disconnect and a breaking cycle. Over and out. Over and out. Innocent. Innocent. You've been working very hard. You've been innocent. And whatever's been going on here, you've been working very hard. Slow and steady. You know, there's nothing extravagant about you. You're wholesome. You may be shining like the sun, but you're wholesome and you're innocent and you got your routine down. You're doing your thing. You are consistent in your production and contribution in the world. And it is seen as wholesome and innocent and good with this spiritual fortune here. It is seen as healthy and good. And there is, in the recent past, there has been some sort of a letting go, some sort of a cutting off of that, or those who have betrayed you, who have hurt you, who have not been loyal to you, who have not cared. Who haven't cared about your suffering. You didn't do anything, and you are Arcana. You're a good, wholesome person. You didn't do anything to these people, but now you're being disconnected, or they're being disconnected. There is a divorce. You're getting this new beginning, Arcana. Look at this. You're like a child. You're like this child, but inside of you is this. It's like you're this wholesome person, but inside of you is, look at her. She's got a bat on her head. This is you. You may look like you're pure innocence and just an easy target, an easy hit, an easy whatever. But inside of you is that Arcana. And they didn't see that part. All they saw was the star. All they saw was the way you presented yourself as wholesome and innocent. They didn't see this darkness in you. Surprise. Yeah. You're divorcing this wise guy. You're cutting them off. Disconnected. self-preservation. There could be a need for them to do that, or perhaps it was you did. In the near future, we've got the World card here, so there is an accomplishment, a completion. Somebody's invisible. So the world, this is a completion of the cycle. You're stepping out. You're about ready to step out into the new cycle, and everything that was behind, it will be invisible. It will disappear. It will disappear. It will become invisible. It could be that one day you wake up and everything's just different. People that were there will no longer be there. This is going to be strange and fascinating. Poof. So the King of Wands is here. He's a natural leader, overcoming challenges. Overcoming challenges. He has overcome the challenges of these people using the Ouija board and the spirits connected to that. He's a sovereign being, and he self-cares. He knows how to restore himself. He knows how to keep going. He knows how to keep his fire lit and remain effective when challenges arise. He doesn't quit. And not only that, he takes time to see the beauty in the world, smell the roses, enjoy like the senses, you know, those little pleasures that enliven the sensory system. That's what I'm getting with that. And it's, yeah. So in the environment, there is a 9 of Cups here. And there's a backstory to this conflict. You've got a wish come true, and there's a backstory to this conflict. You may not even know who these people are, but they know who you are. Obviously. You're holding your own in this competition during this challenge. I don't like to call it a competition because you're not competing for anything. You're simply holding your own against somebody trying to take it from you. And you're persevering, maintaining control, not backing down at all. And through it all, you're balanced and harmonized. Finding meaning within the experience. Getting the lesson, getting the most you can from it. Patiently. There's a promise here. Service. You're in service. You're not a servant. You're here in service. to the collective. Empress. Empress. You're this Empress. You're this star Empress. And you know how, and see, so this is what you are. And people look at you and they're like jealous. They're like, and they just can't stand it. You're this arcana. You don't have to do anything to piss anybody off except just be. Just exist. But you present yourself like this and they can't stand you. Possibly because you're not flaunting your power. Possibly because you don't know your power. Or you portray yourself as though you don't. You don't flaunt it. You don't wear it like a badge. It's simply part of your process. Who you are. Religion. Vanity. They may be offering a congratulations, this wise guy. This academic. But that is because they have a hope to change, to bring hardship to this shining one's limelight position. They want to fight somehow. They want to make some sort of chaos, some sort of uproar. So they want to come and congratulate so that they can orchestrate some sort of dramatic affair or whatever. And somehow tarnish you. The justice system sees very clearly both sides of this situation. And they know that this tribe that was bringing drama, they were in competition with you, haunting you. That was their purpose. They were promised something. They did it for entertainment and attention. You handled it perfectly. You remained optimistic. You know what I just saw when I looked at this card is I saw those flowers that she's got in her hand, but it looked like a Freddy Krueger hand. Like somebody just really tried to rip your freaking heart out and your soul. They wanted to just tear it out of you. And that's what they tried to do. brutal, man. Woo. You got a new chapter. Star. Wholesome. New chapter. Somebody's been disconnected from your new chapter and they're experiencing bad luck because the routine that they've been in, the cyclical routine, is over. It's an end to this negative phase, or they're entering in for you, and and they're entering one. You just kept going. You just kept going. You refused to give up. You're like, I like to live. So you went and found something that you loved and appreciated, and you enjoyed it for a while. Revived yourself, your senses. So you were innocent. These ones that are being disconnected from you, they failed to give you what you needed. They left you high and dry, and they abused you in a really bad way. You were working slow and steady. You kept at it. You kept just working. Being productive, paying your rent, taking care of yourself, and you're moving into a passionate commitment. A new chapter, a passionate commitment. Perhaps with this King of Wands. Because, yeah, there's a disconnect. You're being let go from everything. These people who hurt you, these people who never cared about the words they used against you and how cruel they were being. They never cared. You never did anything. But it's like they thought you were going to do something, so they thought they would better hurt you first or whatever. I don't know. I don't get it. But you were always innocent. Yeah. So you didn't do anything. Your arcana. Oops. Your heart will mend. They want to fix the connection, but it's not going to happen. Your heart will mend. That your heart will mend. You know, they tried to tear your heart out, but it's not going to happen. You were able to self-preserve, or it could be that they're in a position now that they have to self-preserve. Maybe the tides have turned. You are innocent. You have a new beginning that's innocent. That's it's not part of what was. Yeah. So these ones, they did not get a soul contract. They're disconnected from the star, disconnected from this wholesome, innocent person. This really important person. They have a lot of vitality. It's a spiritual fortune here. They did not get a soul contract with them. They've been separated from this person. They've been cut off. And they can't defend themselves against it. It is what it is. And so they have to take care of themselves. They have to take care of themselves. World card is turned. This is a completion of that cycle. There is time to celebrate life. It's time to celebrate. These ones will just, according to Spirit, they're going to disappear. It makes me want to go in their room and get my recorder so I can tell you exactly what it was, but it's all the way over there and I'm not going to do that. So, okay, they're being invisible. They're being made invisible. They are guilty. They're feeling the pain from all the damage that they've caused, and they're getting what they deserve. The King of Wands is here. A leader overcoming challenges with the Ouija board or the spirits attached to it. He's a sovereign being. He knows how to self-care. He knows how to take care of himself. Yeah. Somebody wants to escape. Says, I left when things got hard. So somebody may have abandoned you. Somebody may have abandoned you. You were innocent and they abandoned you. They want to escape because they're being made invisible. They're being made invisible. Like you were made invisible. They are being made invisible. They know what it is. You may not even still fully understand what it means to be made invisible. But they know. You got a wish come true here. Emotional stability. Enough to, like, you could consider it luxury. Like, you don't have to buy the least expensive whatever, you know. There's a backstory to this conflict. Somebody wants forgiveness, or there is forgiveness, which could be just another word for release, letting it go, not thinking about it anymore. During this challenge, you maintained control of yourself. You stood up for yourself. You persevered through it. You maintained balance and harmony within self. You're an earth angel. You're in service to the collective. And you have an inseparable love. And they want to talk to you because they know the truth. So the truth is out. I mean, you know, it took a while to get there, you know, but the truth is out. Yeah. You're irreplaceable. The way you love can never be matched. So, Empress, It was you against religion. This is a weird thing. This is a weird Christ thing, you know, like Jesus standing up, flipping tables and stuff. Empress. It's like you're this arcana who didn't do anything, and you're standing up to this religious thing. It's like you're this Christed being. You're this wholesome star. Shining bright. Bling, bling. Empress. And this religion, yeah, it's like you are like flipping tables or whatever, I don't know. Pissing people off. Cutting them off. Divorcing them, disconnecting them. Third party religious affairs, whatever they had going on, how they drummed up their energy to do their intentions, settings, and manifestations and whatever. Utilizing mass, multiple energies, rather than generating energy throughout their own self and with their connections, you know, to something larger than self. They utilized earthly, and you know, it's just weird. It's but then again, you know, I mean, masculines and third party situations, I mean, historically, I mean, you just take it wherever you want to take it, okay? I'm just not even going to go there. I'm just not going to say anything because I really don't care to have it. I just don't want to get into that. I'd rather not think about it. Oh gosh, but they're daydreaming. Somebody's daydreaming, longing for you, Empress. They're being held back and they're reminiscing about the inside jokes. Oh, how fun it was to hurt you or whatever. All the jokes that they and their third party people just said about you out of ego. They sabotage themselves. Because they came after somebody who loved themselves. They separated somebody. So they separated you from the world, right? They separated you. They moved you out far, far away. You will never be seen or noticed by anybody. Your best friend will be a dog, and your other mate will be a tree, you know, and that's where they put you, and you'll never be seen or noticed or whatever. And then if they harvest your energy and then take you out before anybody gets a chance to see you, then success. But it didn't work out that way, because while you were in this space, you started pouring into yourself. You started pouring love into yourself. You found out just how precious self-love is, how valuable filling your love cup is, especially when people kept depleting it and nobody kept pouring into it. You had to learn how to pour into your own damn cup while you were separated from anybody who gave a crap, because you were being attacked left and right by those who didn't give a crap. You kept looking for people who did, but you kept finding those who didn't. And so you had to learn how to fill your own love cup. And while you were in that space, and so, you know, they're in regret over how they treated their soul tie with you, because they're unsatisfied. This chaser is unsatisfied with the results. They caused a lot of damage. There's unfinished business, or they feel there is, because their values were all about money, and now they don't have any energy, and they miss their opportunity. And you're moving into your destiny, a responsible destiny. They didn't appreciate you. They were unworthy of you. And this is an unexpected outcome, and they're feeling overwhelmed because you never gave up on love. and they're confused, and they're disagreeing with the way things went down, and it's too late for them to take any action. Wild, man. Oh. And with that, I got wild thing. You make my heart sing. So somebody, you make somebody's heart sing. Not these people who were brutalizing you. They certainly didn't care about you, and they certainly weren't feeling all lovey about you. But somebody's feeling all lovey about you. Surrender. They need to surrender their need to control you. They got the upside down on that wheel. They're being disconnected. You found the inner strength to face fear with courage. And you overcame what they were doing to you. Slow and steady, you've gained see, you were innocent, and here, like these earth angels, you know, here to shine a light. But see, as a child, your light was seen so bright, and you were so innocent. You had no idea you needed the shield. Nobody recognized you needed the shield. I still don't even know what that means or how to do it. So you're a target right away, and you're in your most innocent form. And unfortunately, you know, a lot of the parents aren't aware of this kind of stuff, and they don't know. Nobody knows. I didn't know until I was attacked. I had no idea. I had to discover it along the way. I'm like, what's going on? I had to figure it out. I had to figure it out. So you were courageous, wholesome, and you're entering a new chapter. These ones are being disconnected from you. They got the wrong side of the wheel. Yeah, courageous, balanced. You stayed inwardly, you harmonized. They neglected to give you what you needed. You were innocent. You're entering into a commitment that is passionate. Not like this crapola. Somebody wants you to be part of their future. This King of Wands wants you to be part of their future. He's passionate about you. Intensely passionate about you. We've got honesty here. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. And you may have learned that along the way. I mean, in my situation, I got tired of people narking on me all the time. That used to be a term we used when we were kids, you know, long time ago. I don't know if you still use that phrase. And then and then I'd get in trouble, and then everybody would laugh like it was a big joke, like I got caught doing something, and they all got in on it, right? So I screwed that up for them. Every time I screwed up something, I would be the first. I would say, "Hey, just to let you know, I just screwed that up." Blah 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 blah. And they'd be like, "Well, you didn't really need to tell me." And I'm like, "Oh no, I'm going to tell you before anybody else comes up and makes a story of it." You know. So I nipped it in the bud. I announced it. I told on myself. It's one of my favorite things. It's like I don't wait for some drama or chaos maker to come up and try to generate a storyline about me. I go right to whoever and I say, "Look, man, I did this. Sorry. I'm going to let you know before anybody else comes and let you know. This is exactly the way it went down." It's so much easier than waiting for somebody else to potentially tell on you, because then it blows up. It's like, why didn't you tell me? You know? We got denial. Denial. They're denied. They're disconnected. They're in the Wheel of Fortune reversed. They're divorced. They're denied. They want to mend the connection with you, and it's like, no, there's no more connection. There's no more soul contract. There's no more connection. You're not family, and they can't defend it. There's nothing they can say about it, because they didn't act like it. So there's nothing they can say about it. They can't defend it. You didn't do anything. It's weird how people project, if something's going on in their head and they're considering it or thinking about it or it's spinning around, and they think it's the same thing as going on in everybody else's head, and it's just so not true. Look, we got envy in the reverse. Envy in the reverse. No envy. No envy. You're not in a soul contract with anybody who is envious anymore. This is a new opportunity for a new beginning. It's innocent, it's trustworthy, it's faithful. There's no envy in it. There's no jealousy. And it's a completion of a cycle. Those that are cut off, those who don't have a soul contract with you, they've been found guilty. They will be made invisible. They will disappear, and they're going to get what they gave. They're going to get reciprocation. King of Wands overcame the challenges brought on by the spirits, or the spirits called forth using a Ouija board or something like that. He's a sovereign being who knows how to self-care. They want to escape. Somebody wants to escape this King of Wands. Somebody wants to escape this King of Wands. They're guilty. They're concerned about their health. Those who used the Ouija board on this sovereign King of Wands, They're concerned for their health. They want to escape. They're guilty. They effed up. Nine of Cups. A wish come true. Emotional stability. There's a backstory to this conflict. Forgiveness. Somebody's struggling to get over the past. There's a backstory to the conflict. They want forgiveness. They don't possess gifts of the soul that benefit them and others. Their self-esteem has taken a hit. Because you held your own, you survived. Earth Angel. You're here in service to others. You're irreplaceable. One of a kind. Everybody wanted to be you. How many masks were there out there with your face on it? Don't ever think that you don't have value. I mean, when you consider how many people were trying to be you, really. So we got death. Okay, so the Earth Angel held their own. They're irreplaceable here in service. And this is the ending of this business. You're entering into a Nine of Cups, a wish come true. I'm hoping that doesn't mean a death of an Earth Angel. Let's clarify. But first we'll get the outcome here. Empress. We'll continue to clarify what this death card means right here. I want to make sure it's not this religious person and their third party person hoping. And this is just a hope, okay? This is a hope and fear section. So this is the Earth Angel standing up for yourself. You're irreplaceable here in service. Oopsie. And, you know, somebody, this person who doesn't have any gifts of the soul that benefit themselves or others, they want forgiveness, right? They want forgiveness so that they can try something fancy. That's their hope. Forgiveness for these ones is just permission to try again. They'll insist it's not, but that's what it is. So Empress, you're here, abundant, fertile, accomplished. And this religious person or religion, whatever this third party situation is, it could be I guess maybe a coven that does orgies and stuff. I don't know anything about that, but I guess maybe it happens. And you're the Empress, so that you got the Empress here against that. There's no fear. There's no fear. There's no fear of those ones who lack empathy. So you got the religious third party group or whatever that is, they don't care about anybody or anything. They don't care. You're not afraid of them. We've got abundance. You're an abundant, limitless being. You can manifest whatever you want in this physical reality. You focus on the lighter side of life. You don't need to know all the answers. You release the need to know all the answers. You're connected to the Most High, to, whatever it is you're connected to, okay? That brings you this strength, this endurance, this ability to just continue to shine and to thrive and to grow and expand, even while all this is going on. These ones who are prideful, it could be that they are in doubt. It could be that their inner voice is telling them to surrender. I know it ain't your inner voice. You don't become an empress by giving up. Empress Star. Here, Arcana, here in service. Empress Star, Arcana, here in service. Being disconnected from your abusers. Being disconnected from soul contracts who didn't give a crap about you. You don't have to deal with them anymore. They can't defend it. There's nothing they can say. They threw you away. It is what it is. There's nothing they can say. Courtship. You're a courageous, wholesome star. You're a walking spiritual fortune. You're entering a new chapter. You've got a new King of Wands is wanting to get all passionate with you and have this contract. Wants you to be part of his future. Somebody's concerned. They're concerned because they're being disconnected and because they're on the negative side of this wheel and you are balanced. You are honest and you are willing to work hard. You don't stop. You do the slow and steady. You are very responsible. You're an innocent person. And they failed to give you what you needed. They abandoned you. They neglected you. And on top of that, they hurt you. On purpose. So you've got passion, you've got commitment, and you've got marriage. This could be in the court right now. This could be in the court right now. Like it could be like legalized or being legalized. This marriage. See, in the central energy, you've got courtship, and you've got new chapter, and then in the subconscious, you've got chemistry, passion, commitment. I want you to be part of my future, marriage, and adjudication. So, court, somebody wants to legally marry you. And it could very well be that you, somebody wants to legally marry you. It may have already happened in the spirit. They want to get busy and do it in the 3D. You're innocent, yeah. Boy, you honest. You're a privileged lady. Top of the line, wholesome sweetheart, star, arcana, irreplaceable, in service, man. Ain't it Earth Angel? You did. It's ridiculous how some people treat each other now, isn't it? So your pathway is wide open. You didn't do anything. You don't have to do anything. These ones are in denial. They're being divorced. They're being cut off. They betrayed you. They were dishonest. They caused you a lot of emotional pain. And you're entering a new commitment with somebody who actually wants to be with you. They don't envy you. So these ones need to self-preserve, or it could be that you were able to self-preserve. They don't get another soul contract with you. They're disconnected. Whatever your connection was to whoever this is, it's over. And they can't defend it. There's nothing they can say to defend it. They brought it on. I mean, whatever they said, whatever they did, it's a done deal. They made it very clear they didn't want to be with you, or have anything to do with you, or that they thought so very little and cared so very little about you, and made it very clear that it had been like the whole time. It was like the whole time, man. They thought like that, and now you know. Now it's all out in the open. The truth is seen. The truth is, you can't deny it. Lovers are here, and they're closing out the world. It's a completion of a cycle. It's time to celebrate life, wholeness, accomplishment. You will accomplish a lot together, man. And because what we've been accustomed to, or what we've been witnessing, has been so degraded. I'm really interested to see this shift. When these ones when they disappear, they're guilty. They're going to get what they gave. They're disappearing. I got to turn on the light here in a minute. It's getting dark. I just didn't want the heat. Distant horizons in the reverse. These ones want to escape. They don't get, they're not getting what they want on the distant horizons. They don't get to travel anywhere on the distant horizons. They don't get off the planet or out of this realm, or they don't get to leave this matrix or whatever. I don't know. Maybe there's a new matrix. King of Wands survived, and he survived all of the Ouija board magic or whatever they were doing, all the spirits they were sending after him. Their health, they're guilty, and they're concerned about their health. Ooh, coffin. Thoughts, bad health. They're having dark thoughts. They don't want to think about it. There is bad health on the horizon. They don't want it to come. They want forgiveness. They don't have any gifts of the soul that benefit themselves or the other, or any other. And they want to avoid this because there's death here. They think that if they can cause death for this star that maybe they can escape whatever this is. That's not how it's going to go. The Empress is there. No fear. No fear. She's like, Wonder Woman. What was that phrase? I loved it so much when she says that she believes in, I believe in love. I just love that movie. You can't, like something, they couldn't destroy love in her or something. They couldn't make her hate. I should watch that movie again. Do I have it? I wonder if it's on. Anyhow, sorry I got distracted. You're an earth angel. You were able to hold your own. You are here. You're an irreplaceable being here in service to the collective. This is over. Somebody's not an official person, or there's death to somebody, this crooked person in an official position. Whoever this is, their authority or whatever it is, it's over. They're being stripped of their authority, and they could be getting death. I don't know, but they're getting stripped of their authority. They're being stripped of their title, their wealth. And I don't know if this goes into the bloodline. Change. There's a change here. I'm going to turn on the light. Because it's... That's better. Main male. Main male. Working hard for the main female. He's working hard to disconnect her from this hogwash. So, this community that was doing things in a family room with this mature man, hoping to get sudden wealth, are expecting a coffin. So they are getting a coffin instead. This is wild, man. A whole community doing things in a family room with a mature man. It could be a whole bunch of third party. I don't know. This could have been some sort of orgy thing. I don't know. But a whole community doing things in a family room with a mature man with expectations of gaining sudden wealth are getting a coffin instead. Oops. And that's the change. And that's the change. This is like a super love story. This is like a Wonder Woman love story. Here comes her fiery king, sovereign being. They're remembering how they bullied you and tried to bind you to a commitment. And you faced it with courage. They could have bound you to a commitment. They could have cursed you, hexed you, whatever, and bound you to some atrocious freaking commitment or contract, but you survived it and then were freed, and now what? Now they have to honor it and you get a new contract. You're free of these ones who bound you to this, and now you get to enter a new contract. You get to move away from those who bullied you and tried to destroy you. Incredible. They're overloaded. You remain in balance. You're a high value person. You bring a state of perfect harmony into your world, and you do so without judgment. Yeah, King of Wands likes you. King of Wands likes you. So this marriage is in the court. It could have been actually done. Like it may be official. In the 5D or whatever, it may be official. Somebody's furious about it. They neglected you. They abandoned you. They let you go. There's nothing they can say about it. They can't defend it. They can't defend it. They collaborated to destroy you. They threw you away. And so what's really, really cool about this is that, so from my understanding, from what I've gleaned from the atmosphere, if you will, and I don't know anything personally, I only know what I've heard, okay, is that for this to work, for this kind of thing to work, it requires a relationship. I don't know what that means, whether it means intimate courting, through intimacy, or if it just means a wedding contract, or if it means like an agreement or like a blood bond or anything. I don't know what that means. Some sort of permission, some sort of an allowance. And they don't have one with you. Not anymore. Because it's official. You are officially with this King of Wands. You are officially divorced, and they are denied, these other ones. It's over. It's over. There's nothing they can do. Legally, there's nothing they can do. And even if they were to try, you are contracted with this other person, so they can't take anything. They can't steal anything. They can really try to mess something up for this other person, but this King of Wands seems to be pretty ferocious. He's got everybody stressed out with, I don't know if he's returning curses or what he's doing there with their Ouija board. They're sending Ouija board stuff out on a sovereign person. Maybe that's why. Because I guess what I've been hearing, or what I've been gleaning from the atmosphere, I should say, is that it depends who you send this kind of stuff to. And once it's known, or once somebody, it's like it's like boom, there you are. And then it backfires. It automatically backfires. It automatically cancels. It just doesn't work. So that's what I heard somebody mention, and I'm thinking maybe that's true, because it seems to be what's happening. It's like you're not doing anything. You're not doing anything. You're not doing anything. You're not sending anything back. You're not cursing anybody. You're not like times 1,000. You're not doing any of that. You're not doing any of that. Whatever's going on with them is King of Wands. It's like it's just because who they are, who they are, what they are. So they're all stressed out because they threw a bunch of curses using this Ouija board on a sovereign being who takes care of themselves, who knows how to self-heal. And so when they curse this person and then they self-heal, obviously it doesn't stick, right? And so who calls it forth gets it. I mean, that I'm just trying to be logical. I don't really know how any of this works. I'm just trying to learn as I go. And I watch stuff all the time because I'm really curious. It's like to learn about what happened to me and how many others are experiencing this. And wow, it's incredible, what you find out. It's like the world opened up and showed me its other side. It was wild. I'm sure that happened for you too, obviously. Illness. You're not sick. Your pathway is open and clear. Your heart will mend. You don't have to do anything. This King of Wands has a handle. And these other ones, they're concerned about their health. It came out like this. So they're concerned about their health on the distant horizons. They want to escape. They can't escape it. It's in the reverse. They're in danger, and they could be mentally disturbed. They could be having mental disturbances. They don't have a contract with you, so they can't offload it onto you. They can't curse you with it. It's time to celebrate life. This is a celebration of life. It's an accomplishment for these lovers. For these lovers. Invisible. So, yes, it's an accomplishment for these lovers. They are whole. They are whole. Arriving. This is their moment. It's the completion, and they're together. They are together. Wow. So these ones, they're going to disappear. These ones who've been coming at you. Disappear. I don't know how that is going to happen. I heard a friend called me the other day to say, in the house that I once lived in that belonged to him, I used to rent, and right up the street from there, 3 people stole a vehicle, raced it, and then crashed into another vehicle with another woman, and then like 2 of them died on scene, and the other one was critically injured, and the woman survived and all that. I don't know, man. It's like they're taking themselves out, and then or it's like they're having accidents. And it could be that they're having blindness, like maybe they can't use their third eye, maybe they can't astral travel, maybe they can't go about in the spirit realm like they once did. doing things, they're no longer invisible, or maybe they're going to be invisible. So they're going to be blind, they're going to be made blind, and they're going to be made invisible. Some of you, you know, could have had your third eye tampered with, maybe even really damaged. You could have had a lot of blockages put on your chakra systems, or they could have really seriously tried to damage them. And you may have had to use your regeneration ability as an Earth Angel Star to heal from that. And maybe sometimes it took you a long time to heal and recover from a heart shattering, you know, an emotional and energetic just, and I know you've had it. We all go through it. And you had to apply the light in you. You had to go diving within you, searching for that seed, searching for that light, and you had to apply the light, you know. Pray about it. Pray for release. But you're here in this moment. You have been seen, you have been witnessed, and you have been, there's no doubts. Those who use the Ouija board or spiritual spirits, calling forth spirits using the Ouija board to try to attack a sovereign being who cares for themselves and survived. They want to escape now. They don't have a vow with spirit, or somebody doesn't have a vow and nobody's giving them a vow of whatever. There's no guarantees that their health is going to be good. They're found guilty. Nobody's giving them a vow. Nobody on the distant horizons. Oh, maybe that's it. On the distant horizons, they get no vow. Maybe they don't get a partnership. They don't get a marriage. They can't contract with anybody. Maybe that's what, in the future, their ability to contract, to have a soul contract with anybody is, they can't. Because of how they abused it. They're concerned about their health because because they drained the vitality out of their contracted person in order to heal or rejuvenate or do whatever. Justice is being served. It was all an illusion. They want to compromise with you and others who earned merit through their deviousness. You're coming into your wish come true, your 9 of Cups. There is a backstory to this conflict. They want conflict. They want forgiveness. They don't have any gifts of the soul that benefit them or others. They want to avoid bad health. They're having negative thoughts. They're being separated. You're an Earth Angel. You stood up for yourself and you were able to manage that challenge. You're an irreplaceable being who is here in service to the collective. Whoever is in an official person, they are losing their status, their title, and whatever else they're losing, and there's death there. Apology came out in the reverse. Their apologies aren't accepted. The Empress is there. There's no fear. Religion is there with their third party. This could be a coven or something. They don't have any empathy for anybody. They don't care about anybody. It's a community doing things in a family room with a mature man having expectations of gaining sudden wealth, but instead they're getting a coffin. This main male is working with the main female to produce change. King of Wands and this Star Empress are married, and they're contracted together and affecting change. And she's not afraid. She's not alone. She doesn't have to be. She's got the King of Wands here. Fate. Fortune telling is showing a natural disaster that folks will need to be surviving. There's a lot of risk going on. Accidents, mental disturbances, natural disasters. It could be that the other readers, other psychics are picking this up. You can see it on the news about the natural disasters. You both know how serious it is regarding these challengers. It's too late now though, because it's over. It's seriously over. The resources and the gifts and the star qualities of this Empress, the services that she was able to provide as an Arcana Earth Angel, it's over for them. They no longer have access. They can't touch it. It is now contracted. She is now, and her gifts and all of those services and everything go with her and this King of Wands. Those gifts are available to he and now his family tree, her new family tree. And they're enacting justice. He's like here, and he's all over it. This is serious business. The Lord. Empress Star, Arcana, Earth Angel, and the Lord are married in spirit. It's official. If it's just the 5D, it's official. Oh my goodness. These ones are disconnected from the fortune. They're on the negative side of the wheel. They're concerned. because you are high value and you maintain balance. You're in a passionate commitment, working together, main male, main female, working together to affect change. Obviously, if it's not obvious now, it probably will be soon. Effective, notably effective. Priest. They're furious. They're furious because their routine, them and their buddies, who on a routine neglected innocence, look at that, they're furious. These ones are furious. Religion and third wheel enemy up there in the outgoing energy, and here you got priest in the reverse, furious, and in their collaboration, their team. And this is what they do. They neglect innocence for financial growth. That's the truth. All those churches built on your essence. And while you were being neglected and brutalized, innocent, they were fancying themselves, whatever they were fancying themselves. You're cut off from them. They're being denied. They're being denied access to your pathway. You don't have to do anything. An old woman and her lover. An old woman and her lover being cut off, divorced, denied. Sorry. I keep drinking that and licking my lips, and I got the fan blowing so they dry out really quick, and it's I don't know if you noticed. I just thought I'd say that because I noticed. They're in despair. You've got supernatural disturbances of the mind or of the home, I don't know. There's danger, there's accidents. They could be having accidents, like I mentioned with those 3 who stole that car and did that. I mean, I don't know. There was another instance where something happened and I'm like, wow, I have no idea. It just went south really, like with a quickness, and it seems to be what's happening. There's despair here. Because they didn't get a soul contract with you. You persevered. And your new beginning is innocent. It's one you can trust. It's one you can have faith in. It's adventurous, full of opportunity. And I love that it can be very spontaneous and fun, right? like this this threat of somebody, purposefully trying to destroy your good time from afar or wherever, goes away, and then what? Waiting. The guilty leading the blind. The guilty leading the blind. Waiting on reciprocity, waiting on getting what they gave. There's invisible. They're going to disappear. Everybody's talking about it. They're happy about it. It's a happy. It's justice. It's justice. It's a wish come true. There's a backstory to this conflict. They want forgiveness, or maybe you forgive it. In other words, you release it. You disconnect from it. You separate yourself from it. You separate yourself from those seeking forgiveness. They want forgiveness, or you release it. You're struggling to get over the past, you release it, boom, 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 cut the cords, cut the communications with those who don't possess gifts of the soul that benefit themselves or others. They're having negative thoughts. They're in bad health. They could be hiding that they're in bad health. Negative thoughts, because it's all this disturbing, mental disturbances over being disconnected from you, over being cut off, and now all of a sudden they're having accidents. They don't have you there to make it okay, energetically or any other way. You have a reason to be happy. It's time to celebrate. Completion of a cycle. And we got falseness in the reverse. Their lies didn't stand up. lies backfired. Their lies failed. Widower. They have hope of making this King of Wands a widower. We've got this irreplaceable earth angel, stood up for themselves, maintained control throughout this challenge. They're in service to the collective here. Somebody is losing their official status. They won't apologize. Their apology isn't being accepted. They're not apologizing. There's a widower, and maybe they lost their wife. They might have lost their wife. They lost their status. They lost their position. It could be that they lost their wife or their husband, whatever gender works for your story, if it works for you at all. So they didn't apologize and they lost their wife. Or they're not apologizing and they want to hurt this King of Wands wife. That could be their hope. But the Empress doesn't, she's not afraid. She's not afraid. She has no fear. She has no fear. Let me put this down. She has no fear regarding this religious. Who is this dude? It's like this dude with his harem or something. It's wild. It is. It's like a dude with a harem. It's like this religious dude with some harem. And they don't care about anything. They don't have any way to see things any other way than the way they see them. And the Empress is like, no fear. There's a community doing things in a family room, and it could be this group, a community, having some communal whatever in a family room with a mature man. Yeah, a mature man, a mature religious man gathering a community of third parties to have whatever in a family room with the expectations of gaining sudden wealth, but what they're gaining is a coffin and natural disaster. This is wild, man. I keep saying that. I can't believe it. It's like so incredible. I'm like, this can't be real. I just can't. But look, it's fate. It's fate. What can I say? It's fate. The main male is working with his main female, and they're where's that change card? Where'd that change card go? Oh, here it is. And they're affecting change. The main male is working with the main female, and they are making change. And you saw that. You saw that it was the Lord with the earth angel. Christed beings. King of Wands. He's in his King of Wands energy anyway in this moment. I'm sure he's a lot more than that. It's like well, justice is being served. I hope this clarified something that maybe you already intuitively knew. please don't make it fit if it doesn't fit your story. And even if it does fit your story, not all of the details may fit your story. Oh wait, I got to do one more of these. Sorry, I got carried away with myself. Oh my goodness. There's a servant who got a letter about a reunion. The main male and the main female are working together, affecting change. There's a servant sending a letter or receiving a letter about this reunion. Oh, they're in dire straits. They're in dire straits because they were married, because it happened, because it actually happened, and now, boom! Big bombs going off. And I'm talking not like nuclear weapons and such, like energetic, like boom stuff happening. I have no idea. Things are going to disappear. Be prepared for change. When it comes to your enemy, they're sighing about going to prison. They're sick and they need consolation. Wow, guys, this is a really long message, but I couldn't stop, okay? But I'll stop now. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.